Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. So today we've got the Boss FX-6 dual foot switch. The wife and I were in Long McQuaid. I had some business to do there as usual. I love that place. Anyways, I've been wanting one of these things for a little while. I've built my own AB switching units before in the past. I actually have one in the closet somewhere that I can use on my Beat Buddy to control certain aspects of it. Can use the same box for controlling the Nux loop core pedal that I used to have. I got rid of it because I have a looper built into my GT1000 pedal board, so why should I need a separate looper pedal? But anyways, I don't do that much looping anyway, so what's built into the GT works for me. But I wanted one of these. My student, one of them actually, recently picked up a Boss Katana 50 for a steal of a deal with one of these brand new in the box. She got a good score. So turns out that this thing actually works on the Katana 50 as well. Works really well. So if you need a foot switch to control a few aspects of that amp, this will do the trick for you. You will need to go with a TRS plug to control everything that you need to control. So tip ring sleeve. Now you can go independent and have them separate completely to do different functions. So this is kind of like a multifunctional unit, which is a little bit better unit than what I actually built, because I can go A and B with the stereo plugging. As you see here, it's tip ring sleeve, and I can control two different features on my Beat Buddy or whatever. Now I got this to actually control features on my Boss VE2 pedal, and so my wife bought this for me tonight, which was really awesome of her. And I know she's watching, so thanks, honey. Anyways, so you can switch polarities between the tip ring sleeve area. You can go between momentary or latch switching on either switch, separate mono outs, or run the stereo, depending on your needs. You also get a manual with this thing, too. It's got English, and it's got Chinese and a few other languages, I think, on the same side, or that or Chinese is a longer language than some others. But nonetheless, we have lots of, yeah, I can't read it. So, we do have English, though. And they do tell you in here that, you know, before using blah, blah, blah. Now, this thing runs solely off of a 9-volt battery, which it does actually come with one. Boss actually supplies us with batteries even in our brand new pedals, which is cool, so they get you going. This will not run off of a external power source, so you are stuck with batteries solely on this. The other thing is as soon as you plug in, the power light lights. So if you don't want to kill your battery, unplug when not in use, okay? Very important, or you're going to be coming back to a dead battery. But they show how to connect the A and B cabling, and for, you know, using separate cables. They also show another way of hooking it into another machine, etc. They tell you about consulting for your other device, other than what they show on here. You know, basic instruction on how to change your battery. It's like really way too easy. But you will figure out which switch positions you need and which polarities you're going to need for what as you go along in your venture of hooking this thing into whatever rig you want to run with it. Now, this pedal will only work with the Katana 50. It will not work with the Katana 100 because the 100 uses a GFAC foot switch bar, which this is not. Although you can link several of these suckers together because you got male and female ends here, so you can slide lock a bunch. Actually, the manager cracked a joke about that at me, you know, and I was like, yeah, I only need one. So, yeah, so this is going to do what I need it to do once I get it set up into the VE2 and figure things out for how I want my switching to take place. So that was a good deal for $60. I'm not going to give you guys a review at this point. This is just a, like a show and tell and type of thing. I would plug this thing in right now, except it's going to completely screw up my audio on this video because my mic system is actually hooked into my VE2 right now, and that's going through my mixing system, which goes right on up into my computer over here into my USB box. So yeah, if I mess with that, then it's going to mess up the audio in here. But I will do a demo eventually, probably in the next few days. I'll give you guys a demo of this thing. Probably sometime early next week, I guess, somewhere around there. And then that point in time, I'll give you what I think for a star rating. Is it truly worth the $60 type of deal? So far, yes. It is quality built. I mean, it's Boss, man. It's built like a brick. It's made for abuse. This isn't rubber, but it's kind of almost a rubbery, but a stiff kind of rubbery thing. It's definitely anti-slip, which is pretty cool. So it's not going to slide around all over my floor on me. It's got more gizmos on it than the box I built. I think I actually have that one handy. I should actually check, and I'll show you what I did build. I built a couple of them. I built one with 3-cable system. There's the other one. This one here I built out of a PV box. Put a couple of cheap momentary switches in. Little stereo plug, and I can hook this sucker in and run the other features on my Beat Buddy via foot switch or Nux Loop Core pedal, Boss RC3, etc. Just it's already set up to go on any of those, and no battery required either. I'm not sure why you need the battery system in this unit. I don't know what its purpose is. I'm going to look more into that to find out why there's a battery in here. But I also am not running LEDs, and maybe that's part of it, is the LED system. Maybe it's part of something else as well. Like the difference between latching and momentary. Maybe it's an electronic switching thing. Yes, right? Okay. I don't know a whole lot about this switch at this point, but that's why it's an unboxing and a little bit of show and tell today. But I've also used this box direct in on my VE2, and it controls exactly what I want it to control as well. So why buy this? Well, because I also need this for my Beat Buddy, right? And I don't need 2 of these. I just needed 1. And this, being battery powered too, is nice because it's fully portable. Whereas this is no battery power, still fully portable. But this is also looks a lot cooler on stage when it's hooked up to the VE2. So there's the cool factor there, right? Not the home built factor. But anyways, hey, what do you do? Either way, I still needed another one, and this was actually the better route to go. So that's cool. So anyway, that's all I got for you for right now. I'm going to hook this up, play around with it, figure out where I need to set my polarities, and I'll find out more about that too. Also, as far as momentaries and latching, how I'm going to set that up. Now, you can go TRS into here and run the dual this way into one device, or you can run separate off 2 devices and have this switch run one device for a feature and then this one for a feature. And that's how it's going to work. So, and there's probably a multitude of ways to do that in between double units. So I'm going to experiment too with the Beat Buddy too. And I'm even going to run a straight jack out to this and see which one controls just the one feature type of thing. And then maybe I can just even run the 2 of these buttons to 2 different devices to do the same sort of thing as using 2 of these units. You never know. Anyways, we'll figure it out. In the meantime, stay tuned in the next few days for the demo video and final word on this thing. As far as financially goes, it's worth $60. I mean, you can't even build something like this for $60. Not something this cool anyway. So that's definitely there. Definitely going to stand the test of time, so that's a good thing, and it is Boss. You can interlink more of these units together for other different purposes and stuff, right? So it does have a lot of flexibility to it at the same time. This one is actually made in Japan by the looks of things. It does say Japan on it. So, and the 9-volt battery just goes under here. And like all Boss devices, you get a 9-volt battery with it, if it runs off a 9-volt. Yeah, that was just my stuff that dropped. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it. It looks pretty nice, and Should do the trick. You know, gives you more of the pro look too that you're after, right? Anyway, I'm out of here. See ya.